What's up, light workers, empaths, healers, real feelers, real empathy, realness. Welcome, namaste. I'm so grateful you could join us today. I have really sat with spirit. I've been out since this morning, just rearranging so much, working a lot with the energy fields, all kinds of different things. And so this week is personally feeling like a whole lot for me. So I've sat down, worked on my own self, gave a session to myself, and spent time with spirit because that was a message I was getting. So I don't know if this resonates with anyone, but it's very important if you're feeling overwhelmed or juggling too many things or holding space for so many people. Don't forget yourself now. Radical self-care. Woo! I did not come up with that. That was actually a friend and I went to Asheville and we met someone who was really radical, but we were talking about self-care and they were like, radical self-care. And that's actually where I got this stone that's on the table. It's my self-care stick. So yeah, it's really important to make sure that we meditate enough, that we're taking care of ourselves, that we have proper nutrition, proper sleep. So I got a good night's sleep, got up really early because it just felt like so much was going on collectively in the field. Honestly, for days on end now. So I prayed to spirit. I pulled the cards. There's so much cards that came out this week. So, but I prayed, I said, for those who will see this video or for those I can help or assist in whatever messages I can pass along, spirit, would you please come through? And quite a bit. I mean, I'm always asking for spirit, but I was specifically, intentionally, like whoever actually ends up on this video. So thank you so much. Welcome. Namaste. So we're going to get right into it because there's a lot, and I'm also prioritizing. So speaking on that, because I have a lot of responsibilities, we're in a farmer's market later today and everything, and I've got to bake and stuff. So I'm going to honor my own time and make sure that I stay very organized right now because there's a lot of messages and a lot of information. So I'm going to start with our angel messages, and the first one is prioritize, which totally agree. To make sure you don't burn out, to make sure you're not overextending yourself. So if you're like, sit with your feelings, like for example, someone asks you for something or, you're holding space, but maybe you're meant to hold space for yourself right now or to heal something within yourself. So if you're feeling drained or, things are not balancing or things are just hard to juggle, remember priorities are very, very important to keep balance. And prioritize your time, your space. I know we want to help as much as we can, and I get that as an empath, but we also have to remember to prioritize so that the spiritual assignments are getting done in the highest and best, and we're not burning out. So that's key. Not burning out, prioritize, okay? So it says focus on your highest priorities, and the angels will help you get organized and motivated. Cool. So, where to even start? I'm going to go with angel to a chakra right now. Okay, so we've got quite a bit going on, like I said, quite a bit of cards this week. So we got our throat chakra, which makes us think of prioritize is also vocalize your actual needs and make sure that you're being heard, and if it has to be I'm really grateful that you asked. Unfortunately, I do not have the space right now because I'm prioritizing, but as soon as I'm able to receive from spirit, when I do, I'd be happy to sit with you. Until then, I'm working on my own priorities. Or if you need to say, express something to someone, blue, I'm wearing blue. Today's the blue ray, the will of God, but also we have the blue chakra, and it's really cool. Today is actually technically Monday. Ideally, I'd like these videos to be out on Sundays, but, prioritizing here, so we're doing the best we can. I don't edit or know anything about that. So there are other people and other priorities and other schedules, and so we're doing our very best. So ideally, we would like to have that out on Sunday, but right now it's like I'm videoing on a Monday. So we're just kind of rolling with it, and that makes sense for this week. So same with you, communicate what you need. So I communicated I would ideally like to have it on Sundays and also understand there's priorities that are required. So in whatever situations relate that to your life, where do you need to set your priorities and use your communication? All right, so it says conscious breath clears the debris on the path of gratitude. It softens the crust of ages. So if you're getting burnt out or stressed out or anything, overwhelmed, yeah, we do lose the sense of gratitude in that, because that is a form of like disempowerment. One thing that channeled through me, and I'll communicate that because that's what the feeling called, is you know, a lot of times in empathy we find that an empath attracts let's call it behaviors. Like someone's temperament or behavior is more empathic, more caring, more loving, cares about feelings, cares about energy, can feel energy, all this stuff. And then I would say narcissistic traits or apathy traits would be the opposite. They don't really feel it. You know, it's kind of hardened. And I have compassion for that. But at the same time, I have like a lot of compassion for those who choose to feel it. But both. But either way, the way I see it is a disempowered empath would be leveled out to what a narcissistic trait is. So disempowered empathy traits and narcissistic traits leveled out the same. So disempowered is like, it's too much energy and I can't handle it all. And then, you know, and then the narcissistic trait would be like, I don't care. Like, nothing. And the other one's overly caring, and this one's not caring. And so both are disempowered. And to me, equally just as, you know, dysfunctional. So we want to look and make sure as empaths, light workers, and healers that we are prioritizing so that we stay in that frequency of gratitude and true holding of space and not burning ourselves out. So that is something to really work on. I really, really feel called to that. So breathing out the words we hear, I am. Breathing out, we hear blessed. I am blessed. Yay! Blessings! All right, so third chakra, work on those communications and also speaking words of gratitude. I'm so grateful to be a space holder. I'm so grateful to prioritize. I'm so grateful to transmute all these energies and feel these feelings and all these things. And gratitude is a powerful attitude. Yeah. Awesome. Stone cards. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with this one. I'm doing this all like not, I don't even know, I'm just rolling with him, improv in here. All right, so just feeling the energy lifting up in me right now is reminding me to pull this card, the life force energy. So grounding, you see how this guy's meditating, but also see this blue. So maybe grounding will help activate what needs to be communicated, how those priorities work. You know, meditation is very, very grounding. It also helps increase your prana, and breath work and stuff like that will give you more energy. And so if you are feeling drained or you are needing more assistance, because I do honestly feel like we are transmitting a lot right now in the collective, and specifically apathy is just like, whoa, like, I don't know, just collectively raising the consciousness and, you know, getting more prana flow, more energy. So that's something I hear a lot. People are feeling, empaths I've heard are feeling like, drained, fatigued. This is not cool, y'all. This is not cool. Prioritize self-care, get some prana flow, doing yoga, doing breath work, and you know, find a practice that works for you. I recommend even working with yoga instructors or teachers, or doing yoga for releasing empathy, like releasing, like feeling other people's energy, releasing other people's energy out of your field will also increase your prana. Alchemizing properly and prioritizing, meditating will all increase your life force energy. I really highly recommend that, especially if you're dealing with a lot of responsibilities or feeling a lot of energy right now. It'd be really cool. All right, so then let's go into our next chakra. You know what? I'm going to hold on that. Okay. So let's go into intuitive feelings then. Let's move into that. I'm feeling that. So, actually, before that, let's go into, we got Moldavite transformation. So again, like that life force energy will help you transmute. So we're really transmuting a lot, I feel, on the collective, and just removing any disempowerment. Even as an empath, it can be just as sick as and dysfunctional as like being apathetic. If you are not prioritizing and overwhelmed and carrying all these people's energies and losing connection to your prana, it's destructive, right? So by prioritizing, by meditating, by clearing out the fields, by radical self care, then we experience transformation and become these supernatural beings, the light workers that we're really meant to be. I feel like this is the leveling up time. Like we're constantly leveling up, but it feels like more amped than normal and more requirements than normal. So, like more responsibilities at this time. So don't give up, don't give in. Remember, connecting to your life force energy, prioritizing, getting your chakras right. This will bring into transformation. And that brings me into also the card of healing. I feel a lot of beings are being asked to empower themselves, like empaths and light workers are being asked to empower themselves and prioritize and get their prana flow and intuitions intact, because not only needing healing but also becoming healer, like deeper healings, like us who are doing healing work already, I feel like we're asked to level up a lot more in ancestral cleansing, genetic type stuff, DNA type work. I feel like we're really like leveling up. So if you're already doing healing work, it might be time to rise up your vibes as far as your practice. And then if you're not and you're feeling called, the transformation could be, you know, getting a priority, speaking your truth, connecting to life force energy, leading you to that transformation that will get you on that path of being a healer. Also, to me, another card I'm going to go into is an empowered empath is whole within themselves. So when we're not, you know, carrying any things from our ancestors that were negative or any things from other people that are negative, and we work on cleansing them within ourselves and get our techniques down, our higher level activations right now grounded in, we get into, you know, divine feminine and masculine energies being balanced and purpose activated and all of these things going on, brings us into a sense of wholeness, which is super lit. Yeah. A lot of my messages have been go whole heart, you know, and it's kind of reminds me when I got called to Florida. It takes me back to some songs I was listening to when I got called to Florida. But for you, whatever it may be that leads you back into wholeness. Do you need to work on your masculine energy, your feminine energy? Do you need to speak more? Do you need to speak less? Like maybe you're talking so much and giving so much away. I used to do that. I used to talk and talk, think I'm helping people, and people just, it's like some of them could care less if you talk or not. I mean, they would almost prefer, you know, your non-existence. So instead of taking that like personal, I've worked a lot on knowing my own worth and value, and knowing that for those who just like honestly care to receive the messages that I have, you know, I'm not saying in an arrogant way. I did get attuned in heaven. It's pretty, I honor Jesus. I honor, you know, that attunement, and I honor my calling as an empath light worker healer. So I really empathically resonate with that in a whole heart type of way. So I was reminded that frustration, burnt outness, this is all senses of disempowerment. So to get past that, you know, I went to bed early, I'm taking care of myself, I ate a good meal, you know, and these are some of the things, remember, that are grounding and bring us to whole heart. But also getting in touch with my own worth and value and taking out other people's opinions out of my head, because it doesn't help them and it doesn't help me. And going wholeheartedly with God in true trust in who I really am. And so that I'm saying in reflection to you, because I'm also a mirror. So reflection to you, to work on whatever parts feel fragmented, to bring them back into wholeness, because this is how we become real healers, y'all. Okay? Transformation, real life force energy. We prioritize our divine callings. We speak our truth. And through this connection and bridging and through this connection of getting into that place, then we can channel properly and have it properly filter, where we become bridges for manifestations of heaven on earth, higher vibrations, the ascension. We are literally grounding this into the earth. It's real work. It's real love. And it does take real love and real wholeness to actually bring that vibration in. So anything that you need to clear out to get wholeness, by all means, feel inspired to. And then inner bridging. So we're bridging, different dimensional information. We're bridging ascension information. We're channeling, we're healing, we're using our hands, our feet, we're growing, we're hands-on healing, we're doing emotional, mental, deeper healings within ourselves and holding space for others. So it's very important to prioritize those and to meditate, get our life force prana energy, and that way we can have a clear filter when we're healed, transformed, and whole to actually bridge in proper information from a whole heart place. Okay, so another thing I'm going to reflect on is everyone has different intuitive abilities. Some empaths, light workers may actually have a multitude of different intuitive styles. It's very important to find your style. Find do you hear it? Do you see it? Do you feel it? Do you sense it? You have the sense of knowing? There's many different forms or ways, and maybe you have a little bit of all of that. It would be really cool to discover and empower yourself to get into what are those different types of intuitive ways that you get your downloads. And in that, we have this one. Look at him. He's so cool with his beautiful, esoteric, lit up self. It says, I'm helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so that you can clearly see heavenly love. So this is for those who have the eyes to see. Yeah. See into it. That's an intuitive style. And then we also got one of our chakras. We have some sacral work going on. I've been feeling just doing work for others and session work. It's sacral. Yeah, that can be really, I'm not even sure what happened to us as a collective, but coming back to wholeness, I think, is going to wholly help our creative flow, what we are entertained by, what we are actually attracted to. You got to think what is your sacral amplifying? It can be very powerful and healing, but however, it can also be very destructive. If you feel destroyed and unwhole, then you could play out those, which you think is an attraction, but could be a distraction. See what I'm saying? So it says, listening to our breath is like listening to the ocean. We ourselves become the ocean. Let it have its way. The simple act of listening to our breath is a movement to wakefulness. So breathing out, we hear the words, I awaken. Breathing out, more and more. I awaken, more and more. Yeah, go deeper with it. Some deep sacral chakra work, really listening, really seeing the more heavenly love, which has love for ourselves as well. Now, I felt it today and I was feeling some moon cycles or something, and I don't even understand because it's not my moon cycle time. But, I could still feel collectively. So that's what's going on, That's why I kind of realized maybe it's collective. So actually, it's one of the cards that came out, moon cycles. So really, intuitions, what is your intuition telling you? Do you find yourself getting overwhelmed, aggravated, anything? These tellers, these signs, they're communicating. I look at feelings as messengers. And when we honor and listen to them, as it said, listen, we awaken more and more to our truth and to a wholeness in real healing that leads to transformation and good prana flowing and bridging messages from the higher realms. Beautiful, beautiful. So here we got moon cycles. She's so cool, actually, with her doves. It says, notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations and capitalize upon these cycles. So yeah, really, really listen to those feelings. They're messengers, and let's amplify the good ones. Okay, and going back to intuitive styles, we have another one. So again, finding, do you hear it? Do you see it? Do you feel it? Do you sense it? Do you know it? There's all kinds of ways that your intuition operates. So it says, notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. Yeah, I get those, like, for example, felt an infringement on me this morning, and what that feels like, it feels like pain in my organs. And that's how I know it's a masculine energy, and it's trying to control. I've learned, and so find your own tellers, but me personally, I've learned that when I feel that in my organs, it's trying to pull from my field. So I cleared that out by listening to the divine guidance and listening to my physical symptoms. So you could have something like that. That's a strong intuitive for me as well. But this could also be, again, this is collective. So, or for all empaths and anyone who's called here. So check it out. Find your style. Prioritize all your styles. Just feel like we have a lot of spiritual responsibilities on the plate right now. So hang in, everybody. Like, the more we ground it in, the more we actually come in with a whole heart, the more we're really going to amplify some real change and some real activations and some real ascension type vibrations. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for caring, all those good things. So now we've got the heart chakra. Definitely want to keep that lit. Go whole heart. It says some hold their breath back because it is radically intimate. Maybe this is why we also have a lot of two sacral cards. So remember, true intimacy is not based off of woundedness, but true empowerment. So maybe some of the collective is kind of afraid of real intimacy because they don't want to get hurt again in rejection. I don't know, that just came through. That's a possibility. So when we heal our heart, we can open whole heart to really experience real love and have deep empathy of understanding that, we got to heal from these wounds. It's very important. It moves out from deep within us and eventually shares our deepest dreams, even those we thought were lost forever. So if you've lost hope or you've been going through devastation or just one dream flop after another, don't give up, y'all. We got to do the work, okay? Go whole heart and really, really follow your intuitive guidance, because maybe that dream is going to get resurrected, or maybe that that pain gets healed and you're able to love again. Whatever it may be. So breathing in, we hear the words, what I've lost. Breathing out is now found. The lost can be found. Woo-hoo! I'm digging it. Feels like a lot, but I love it. I'm grateful. I had to work on that authentically. So if you feel like you authentically need to work on it, find your tellers, find your systems, go whole heart, get deep into your healing and transformation, and prioritize. Like if you're throwing yourself all over, but you need to help yourself, to make time. I got up early enough so I could have quiet time to myself this morning. See what I'm saying? So you do what works for you. I'm just giving you examples. Flip it, mirror it back to you and what works for you. Okay? And so we have another sacral, so that makes me think of the whole heart, the intimacy. So I think really going into who we really are, really becoming empowered in who we really are, and using and activating our powers of true intimacy and real love, and from a wholesome place. So breath is so much better than mind at meeting the unexpected. It goes to the depths of the self that mind simply cannot fathom. Breathing up, we hear the words, I know. And breathing out, we hear the words, the way. I know the way. Okay. So like getting in the head too much could be blocking you and disempowering you. So the balancing of prioritizing, are you making your heart a priority? Are you speaking your truth? Are you speaking your truth? Are you speaking positive things about yourself? Have you healed from your past? Are you open to new love? Are you open to experience real intimacy from a whole heart place? And then if you're in your head, you're like, I don't know. Finding your intuitive, finding what your intuitive style is, what best ways you can intimately know spirit and know yourself and how you operate. And then you can show up for others in a whole heart way. Whether it's healing them, transformations you're experiencing, whether you're healing yourself, whether it's, getting your prana flow so that your dreams come true, manifestations of that nature, doing it from a wholesome place, feeling peace beyond this world. So if we get too far in our head and we're not listening to spirit or our heart, we can end up really disempowering ourselves, in the same way that if you're too much in your feelings and you don't take some logical consideration, that can also be really disempowering. So prioritizing is essential, is what I'm feeling for right at this time. And it does feel like our responsibilities are increasing, and we are really asked to level up and do the deeper healing within ourselves so that we can hold the space for the rest of the collective. And all that we're being called to do is help this planet ascend. So thank you, everyone who's shown up, who's doing the work, who loves, who cares, who's fair, who's willing to go deeper, who's not afraid of intimacy and willing to get out of their heads and go deep into their hearts, and also level up the intelligence in their mind by being able to channel, be a bridge, by doing the work, by meditating, by clearing out other people's energies, by getting in touch to your intuitive systems and working on your throat, sacral, heart, whatever chakras, are calling to you right now. Collectively, just, that seems to be what I'm picking up for right now. But I thank you so much for doing all that work, for showing up, for being you, and for radiating high vibration. Thank you so much, and we are so grateful that you came here today to share in this space. And if you like our channel, feel free to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you can get the update on all our videos. And also, if you feel inspired, leave a message or a comment. We'd love to hear it. Thank you for coming by. Namaste, and have a holy blessed week. Blessings. Namaste.